Welcome to Gusto Live Reactions once again. Thank you so much for always liking, sharing, subscribing. Of course, telling your friends about what we do right here at Gusto TV. We love you. We appreciate you. God bless you. God bless your family.
Amen.
God bless your mother.
Amen.
God bless your father.
Amen.
God bless everybody that knows you, that are your friends. We love you. Ha.
Àmì Jésù.
Marika. Ha. Èmi ń gbé mi. Èmi ń gbé mi.
Why you get me good? Cool down.
Oh my days. Anyways, still on Wizkid, made in Lagos. The album Jada P has come out to say Omo RCA are working on actually bringing
The illegal copies,
down the legal copies and everything.
Yeah.
She tweeted something about 11/11, and then Wizkid FC, who loved her, started saying, "Madam, why are you managing Wizkid? You're not even fit to manage our brand guy. You're not fit to manage our machala.
Right.
You should be going after this Wisekid guy. This Wisekid guy that is ripping our guys off. Despite that, we are still #1 on the chart. Blah 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 blah. Wizkid's Made in Lagos is back #1 Apple Music top chart.
Yeah.
Again, the trending is still on at #1 as well. Made in Lagos, saying saving lives. For we did that earlier on, and is it still saving?
No, see, when I said something was coordinated, people said I was hating.
They came after you, say that guy in blue.
No, well,
that guy in blue. It a pain for body.
no, it no pay me because I can see that it's coordinated. I mean, if you even look at what's happening in a few hours, you know that it is indeed coordinated now.
Yeah.
I mean, that trend came up.
Yeah.
Album is back on #1 now.
#1, yeah.
I mean, that's result
Essence
one.
is set to drop tomorrow.
Essence says drop tomorrow. That's #2. Why else wouldn't it be coordinated? I mean, no, it's nothing wrong, but if someone points out that something is coordinated.
Yeah.
I mean, there must be reasons, and I mean, you guys are seeing the results.
Yeah.
People didn't just wake up and say, "Oh, let's trend Wizkid today." It has a reason, and it's doing its work. So there's nothing wrong with it. Nothing.
Let's talk about the live we did yesterday.
Yeah.
Wizkid 30 million naira
Yeah.
on guard. 133,000. Daily listeners, 1.2k sales, 93 million streams or something.
9.3 million.
9.3 million streams
Apple
on Apple Music. Alone. Fans are beginning to actually think that. I mean, someone also said there's an artist or there's someone who uploaded Ojo Elegba on Apple Music as well.
Spotify.
On Spotify, and is making as much streams as Wizkid and all of that. Now, looking at this kind of thing, we might be safe to assume that Wizkid is not the only one that is getting this kind of rip-off.
Yeah, of course. Now, I mean, I even mentioned like I noticed a particular album.
K1.
No, not even K1. A particular album by some whatever name they
Mixed artists together.
Mix different artist songs together, and I mean, there's the one that is popular to people on Twitter. I don't know if everyone remember Chigwat.
Yeah.
The guy was buzzing at one point, but he was actually using other people's songs,
yeah.
and his manager did not know at that point.
Yeah.
And the manager is quite popular with new artists, and that led to them parting ways and everything. I mean, Chigwat came out openly. People didn't know, but there are some people who do. They don't even need to come out. They only need to just put the music there, and I mean, hope nobody finds out, and then they earn some cool money from
With
it.
this new trend, can we say that DAVIDO and Burna Boy, being the two other very big artists, Afrobeat to the world, movement, can we say they are safe?
Well, I would like to say they are safe. I mean, if the guys at the back end, the guys who run their distro for them can, I mean, pinpoint. It's not even down to distro guys. It's down to their team. I know from experience. There was a particular album by a rapper from Nigeria that I personally was involved in distributing. And years later, we got a notification from one of these top labels that there was a sample of our artists being used, blah 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 blah, and things like that. So that just got me thinking that although it took them years to actually find out that they've used the sample of this person's song on this project, at least they eventually got to know about it, and the album got taken down. You get. So as we well know, some of these guys are well structured. Maybe perhaps it will push guys like Apple, Spotify to have the sort of anti-piracy feature that YouTube has. YouTube has a sort of anti-piracy feature. it's the YouTube ID feature. Maybe perhaps Apple can decide to have an Apple ID,
Spotify as well.
and Spotify can decide to have something similar. I mean, it might push them to do that. I mean, the thing is not new. A lot of people have been doing it, but it wasn't a good thing for Wisekid because he got caught in the process.
Well, looking at the fact that Davido is also signed to the same RCA that Wizkid, who was ripped off. I mean, Burna Boy as well, Atlantic Records and all of that. Do you think these things cannot happen to them as well?
Of course, it can happen to them. But would they be on the? I mean, would it happen at the large scale that has happened to Wizkid? I think people would actually catch them. They would. I mean, people would get onto them as before it fosters down to what 5-6 months after an album has been released. So yeah, I feel they'll be on the lookout. Everyone will be on the lookout right now because they want to protect their streams, they want to protect their money. And also thinking about it, the 30 million thing that I mean for Wizkid, it may not even be up to 30 million because as we all know the streaming reports is just 3 months or 4 months gap anyway. And I don't think the guy would have realized. I mean, half of that money is still big money anyway. If he had realized or withdrawn that money, it's still big money. So, but I think these other guys will be on the lookout.
Okay. Do you think Wizkid or Davido rather? You think Davido and Burna Boy are aware? They're actually watching this particular situation right now and are thinking, oh, I'm never gonna let this happen to me.
Of course. These kind of things would make people actually learn from what has happened, and everyone will be observant, not just them guys on their team. Guys like K1, I mean, they are not in tune with it. Their team probably knows. I mean, for them to have several profiles, those are loopholes that they need to plug off and they need to cover up. Guys who have similar names to them, and it's also a lesson to all these upcoming artists. Don't let your artist name be similar to another person's artist name, or even be the same as another person's artist name, because they can easily just plug your content onto that profile and you wouldn't know because it's the same. So when you see a variation of your name, just be wary of it. The same way, even guys who use social media, people come up and I mean, if you're popular on social media, someone can just change the I in your name, I mean the L in your name to capital I, and it still looks almost like the same. So I mean, it happens every time. People just need to be aware and make sure that you're giving those people that have similar variations on them close marking. You can't allow things like this happen. Yeah.
And all of that. Anyways, I think that the artists, involved, the big artists should be very, very wary and should be, should watch.
Yeah.
And so that because there are a lot of guys seeking for whom to devour, they are really, really looking for who to steal from.
Well, I think they will close up this loophole. I mean, the stores will work towards it.
I think the Wizkid one will give people more. Yeah. I mean, if it can happen to Wizkid, they know it can happen to anybody.
From me thinking the quickest way to go about it is to integrate services like Shazam into their platforms. Apple Music, Spotify, they can integrate Shazam because Shazam knows how to track audio, although not 100% accurate, but it does its bit. So anyone who's going to have variation, I mean, even if they a little bit changed it or something, it will still alert them and say, oh, this sounds like this, can you please clarify? But I know it's technology, man, it can be done. They'll run it.
Okay, before we go, Lala, if this had happened to a Burna Boy or a Davido, what do you think their response will be?
I think they are more vocal on social media.
Yeah.
You would have probably seen videos online talking about it. I mean, cussing out the guy. But Wizkid, as we all know, is not.
Wizkid, oh God, if I catch you.
We know Wizkid is not the. Yeah. He doesn't come out to say a lot. I mean, again, he didn't come out to mention anything. But guys on his team, Jada has already come out to say, oh, this and this is happening. But I mean, knowing the kind of people Burna and Davido are, those are social media people, so they will obviously have come out and say
to say stuff.
I don't know. Davido would don't maybe slang the guy with one slang. Say, I don't know what Davido would have done.
He heist.
Yeah. So he say he heist.
Oh, it's car.
La stream de la heist. La casa de papel. La stream de la papel.
La stream de la heist.
No, la stream de la papel.
La stream de la papel.
No, la casa de la papel. La casa de la stream.
La casa de la stream.
Yes, the stream heist. By Wisekid. Coming to Netflix very soon.
On God. Anyways, thank you so much, guys, for staying put. What do you guys think about the whole Wizkid versus Wisekid Made in Lagos album, Last Giddy made album, bro? Haha. The issue, of course, should Burna Boy and Davido be worried? Should they be afraid? Should they be scared? Are they safe? Is one person not going to come up one day and say, My name is Davido, D-A-R, or Davido. And then this one is not Better a Time, the
My
album.
name is Turner Boy.
My name is Burna. No, B-U-R-N-E-R. Burna.
Oh,
Boy.
Brian,
Guys, thank you so much. Please let have your comment below. Comment and of course subscribe and share. Tell your friends about what we do right here at Gusto TV. We'll see you on the next one. Peace.
Adios.
Adios.